It admittedly may turn out to be more like a trickle of chores. But before I begin any chores, I'm going to sit myself down, say, good job going to town and going to the store, going to get groceries. Good job, Eric, for that. But I won't be able to sit and pull bowls or whatever for very long because I haven't taken the groceries out of the car yet, let alone put them away into the refrigerator slash freezer in keeping with their appropriate destination. A few things going, like the pantry, but most of the things are either refrigerated or frozen. The drinks are refrigerated. Well, what happened? What happened to no carb pumpkin? Seems to be doing okay. Oh, I forgot what I was doing. I forgot what I was doing. Started looking at this, responding to a comment. We got pumpkins, the carving of jack-o'-lanterns, but we never did, and now they're just sitting here. That actually is doing rather well for the short. I'm not shocked that my other shorts from the morning aren't doing so spectacularly well since they're shorts including these are rocks. These are some rocks. Actually has 13 likes. These are some rocks. that can get easily enough as it has here, as you can see. It has gotten 277 views, 2 comments, and 13 likes, and 2 thumbs down. And all it is me saying, well, I'm down here at the bottom of the hill. I might as well make some shorts. Here, these are some rocks. I also have, oh my God, look at these logs. Mysterious Square is actually a rectangle. It has 620 more views and 7 likes. Only 41% likes on that one, though. This mysterious square is actually dot dot dot. Turns out it's actually a rectangle. Leave bike in rain for 7 months? That has 53 views. Only 33% likes, 2 thumbs down and 1 thumbs up. Hey, can we see the inside of your shed? Okay, here it is. That has 57 views and 3 likes. And is Tic Tac UFO? No, it's just a propane tank. Has 4 views and 2 likes. So it's not doing as well as some of the other productions from this morning. Oh my God, look at these. Would you look at these logs? That somehow got limited monetization under the automated system. As did, what's all this burn stuff? Well, that's where I burned some sticks one time. Shorts, they're not, nobody's looking for genius in their shorts, as I've determined, having watched a few very popular shorts. They're consistently horrible. But, you know, I feel pretty good at making shorts, really. At least I know enough to keep my shorts down to the right length. The right length is um, the right length is 15 seconds or less. Almost never do I make a short longer than that. There's no reason to. That's too long. You might as well just make a long video if you're going to make it more than 15 seconds long. 15 seconds is the maximum. Even that's too long for most shorts. So, I never really realized how short shorts should be until I started making them. 7 seconds? That's plenty long. It could be maybe even too long, you know. So, it's not really high concept stuff. You could say it's, you could even call it low concept stuff. But it's not instantaneous to make them. You know, I uploaded those like 10 shorts or so this morning. It took me probably, not including the filming time, just 20 minutes to just edit it down to the right 15 seconds, title it, yeah, upload, next one, next one, next one. Probably takes me a couple of minutes per on average. And of course, one can't help but wonder, like, what is the purpose of these again? Why am I doing this? So I can get hundreds of thousands of views and make $60? Well, I'm not doing it for the money anyway, you know. I'm doing it for you. All 0 of you here. I'm doing it for you and your well-being. It's thanks to me, people like me, and me again. That's your life is fulfilled and happy. I worried about this title before I even started the stream. Torrent of Chores. The reason I worried about it is because, well, I mean it in the traditional sense of the word. I know it's that word is associated with BitTorrent, which is associated with copyright violations. So I'm wondering if maybe YouTube is like, I'm wondering about this title because it has the word torrent in it. But it's a perfectly reasonable word to use in other contexts, so I don't know why that would be the case exactly. But it did occur to me that YouTube might be wary that this could potentially be, you know, either furthering the agenda of and or promoting and or engaging in some kind of copyright stuff, which it's definitely not. I just mean a raging river of chores, of which I've done none yet so far. So it was a lie, the title in the first place. Let's not kid ourselves, Eric. You, at best, have a creek's worth of chores in you. There's no raging torrent of chores coming. Let's not lie to ourselves. But there is a chore that has to be done, like right now, which is I have to take the groceries in from the car and put them in the freezer refrigerator, or else the frozen foods will what was that? Or else the frozen foods will become unfrozen. So yeah, it's on the chillier side this morning, but it's not so cold that I really need a jacket anymore just to carry groceries in. It's warmed up a bit. It was like 44 when I left just to go to the grocery store earlier. So, what did we get at the grocery store? Well, we got paper towels. We got this bag of stuff. I'm not usually the one who puts the groceries away, so I feel a little bit at a loss for this time. Like, I should know and do know that the paper towels go in the pantry, not next to the microwave there, but I don't know. I found myself opening the paper towels because we needed a new roll of paper towels in the paper towel dispenser. So, what are you going to do? You know? Don't go chasing paper towels, as that famous song once said. Okay, we've got some more bags of stuff on the table. This, I put my coffee, I troubled food over there a little bit, so we can fit more stuff on the table. Okay, let's see. Hi, the man with the great machete. If you were here right now, I could use your help and your great machete to just chop open all these groceries and make them go directly into the refrigerator. We got the double Kern's 12-pack. That's pretty sweet. I've got your guava, your strawberry banana, your peach, and your, I believe it's apricot is the other flavor. We got all four, because I got a 12-pack of each combo. Even though guava is the best, it's not that much the best more than the other flavors. All those Kern's nectars are quite good, really. I got more kitchen trash bags, which we needed. The one thing I forgot to get, same thing I've been forgetting for weeks now. Every time I go to the store or leave the house, I forget to get this. Deodorant. I've been out of it for weeks. Okay, now that we have all the groceries inside the house, we can start putting them into the refrigerator. These are salad bags of salad. But I shouldn't have gotten any more because we already have 2.5 bags of salad, 2 unopened bags and half a bag that's open. I didn't know we didn't need any more salad. Meanwhile, we possibly could have used more salad dressing, which I did not get, of course. These Heinekens, these are non-alcoholic Heinekens, of course. They can just go right here. This time, these are the only bottles I got. You know, in theory, I prefer bottles, but cans are cheaper. And I like Coors Edge pretty well as far as non-alcoholic canned beers go. So I got 24 of these for about the price it would be to get 12 house haulers. I figured I should just go ahead and do that. So. And I was in luck today because there's a product that Rachel and I want to purchase. There's a couple of them that we want to purchase regularly, but that they usually seem to be out of. Well, they had plenty of both of them today. The first of those products I will introduce to you now. It's our best frozen food dinner deal. Not necessarily the best frozen food, but these banquets are just $2.99 a piece. This is a one-step dinner. 4 minutes, just put the whole box in for 4 minutes, you're done. So these are great. They're usually out of sweet and sour chickens. You can't replace it with some other kind of banquet because they all have 2 steps. And if you know anything at all about Eric, you know that he's not a believer in 2-step food. And that's because he's a believer in 1-step food. Unfortunately, he should have been more of a believer in checking to see what he needed before he went grocery shopping. Because I got a bunch of frozen dinners, like the one thing we didn't really need. I mean, I'm happy I got these banquets because it's hard to find these. These are like that hot new beauty product that the starlet from Hollywood is recommending that everybody tries to go out and buy all at once. Okay, so the second product that we needed to get that we normally can't find as much of them as we want at the store are these light half and half Arnold Palmers from Arizona. They're the best flavor of Arizona of all. But as a consequence, they're frequently gone. The advantage of going on a Tuesday morning, maybe. I've been in the habit of saying Tuesdays have no advantages, but I'm rethinking that now. I'm thinking maybe going to the store on a Tuesday morning is a good idea because, first of all, it was very uncrowded at the store. Interestingly, I noticed a lot of men my age shopping by themselves, which made me wonder if other people are the same as me. They're like, well, we need to go to the store, but my wife's not going to get up for hours, so I just go do it myself. Or maybe it's just like the old single guy shopping day. They do have a senior citizen shopping day. Oh, maybe that is Tuesday. But I guess it's only in the early morning anyway. By the time I got there, it was, 9:30, 10 or something. I got 2 coffee creamers because we are all out of coffee creamer. And that's one thing we cannot do without. Without adequate amount of powdered coffee creamer, there's no coffee to be drank. Then you just stick with black coffee. And black coffee is like the black plague. Sure, you want a plague, but not that one. Okay, so even though I didn't get another pot roast, I knew we were out of these broths. So, well, actually, we're not out of these broths. I had one of each left. But I knew we were running low, so I got a couple of more broths. And I got a lot more Arnold Palmer half and half lights from Arizona and to unpack as well. I'll just put these all in the 16-ounce shelf, you might call it. It fits these cans perfectly. Not all shelves of the fridge are this powerful of a shelf, Okay. I like to close this periodically because I don't like it when it makes the beep that says you've left open the refrigerator door for too long. So I try to prevent that beep. Rachel isn't as scared of the beep as I am. She'll just leave the doors open until she gets all the things put away for that one place. She'll get beeped at a few times. She doesn't care. She's a brave lady. But I'm a little bit of a coward in that regard. I'm afraid of my refrigerator beeping at me. Because I know when it does, that means I've done something wrong. Okay. Let's see what else we got in the old grocery deployment and disbursement resource engagement area. Namely right here. Yes, I got a new pair of reading glasses. For those of you who have been saying, Eric, I don't like your reading glasses. They're girls' glasses. They look bad on you. Can you please get different glasses? Well, today's your lucky day. I finally got around to listening to you. Now, if I can only take them out of the packaging without breaking them. Look, it even comes with its own little pouch for them to go into. Isn't that convenient? I probably will never use this little pouch, of course, because what's more convenient than a little pouch? Not using a little pouch. Just going like this. You know. Nevertheless, I'm glad to have a little pouch. Maybe if I don't use it for my glasses, I can just put my wiener in here. Where this is a cock sheath throughout the day. That's plausible. Alright, well, we've got some frozen foods here still in the freezer down at the bottom. But where exactly is it going to go? Because at the moment, I kind of have too much weed in the freezer. So, let's put this bread over here again. There are these 3 little ice creams. Could take up a lot less room probably if I put them in a better place. There. Well, that's fine. These hamburger buns I will keep right there. Now, these hot dogs, these last 2 hot dogs, I can keep them. I could just throw them away too. But I'll keep them. They're frozen, so they're fine. Alright. Put these French bread pizzas in here. Like now. Then we're going to move these things over here. Like now. Then I'll take this bread out. And I'll try to fit the weed right here. Good. Now I just have to get this one bread back in. I think this bread can go here. Right now. This can go in the trash because these are so old. And then just put these like now. And what else goes in here? Is that it? Oh, it looks like I did it. Now these are pantry foods. Granola bars and fruit snacks. They don't go in the fridge or the freezer. Neither do these little muffins. These little muffins go over here. And they will replace the previous package of little muffins that is empty. Oh no! I have a whole nother bag? I hope there's nothing frozen in here. I got some more paper plates. We badly needed those. We were down to this many paper plates. Alright, so one of the big problems that we're having here is coming to terms with these breads. These breads are for bratwurst, hot dogs. You can even put hamburgers on them really if you want them. But because they're bread, they must go in the freezer. And the reason for this is straightforward enough. If we didn't just get it, I don't trust bread. It may have been in the fridge for too long, may have been out for too long, maybe that mold on it or something. So I don't trust bread. It doesn't come from the freezer. At least not for very long. I might trust it at first, but bread always reveals the horrible true nature of its lack of character by getting, time and time again, by getting mold on it if you don't ever do anything with it. Like, how old are these diced pears? I think Cameron brought them up, maybe when we first moved in or something. But I don't even think they need to be refrigerated, so we should probably just keep them. But that's how things like diced pears remain in your refrigerator forever. I'm just going to throw this away. I'm just going to throw it right into the trash can. Now, this juice, Honeycrisp apple cider, goes down here in the beverage chiller. That's the title of this section of the refrigerator. Our refrigerator, certain sections have titles on them. That's one such section. You can throw out this. I can throw out this. I can. What else do I need to throw out? I'll throw out this old soy sauce. Since we have our replacement soy sauce. Now I can fit all the condiments in the condiment caddy. It may not have a title like the beverage chiller, but I still know what it is. I still recognize its nature. What happens when you're a philosopher like me? You learn to recognize things platonic form. In this instance, the platonic form of this part right here is the condiment caddy. This one also is fridge ready. Just peel off this bit and you got just ready to take right out of the fridge and drink drinks. So that's convenient. But I have another 12 pack of Coors Edge to put away still. That's fine. I'm just going to put this one in on its side. It's obviously a little different than the Kearns packages. As you can see, if you look here, I'll show you. It's a little different than the Kearns packages, but it fits just as nicely. So, that's good. All right, now, is there anything else that goes in the refrigerator? I don't think so. I think we finally put away all of the, I believe they're called perishables. Because things like this, they never die. They're immortal. They cannot perish. They could, but it would probably take a lightning bolt from Zeus to kill those fruit snacks. And I've got these horrible bags that we are just overflowing with. So much so, I'm not even going to save these ones. I'm just going to throw them away. Even though that's not my normal MO with those, but in this instance, I think that's the right thing to do. Put these tapes in the garage that I got, these rolls of tape, paper tape stuff. And put these kitchen trash bags in the closet in here where they go. And then we will be good to grow. Nice work getting it done. Thanks, Lou. Nice work getting it done, you too, whatever it is you've gotten done today. I'm sure a lot of you are saying, Eric, that's got to be it. It's not humanly possible to get more chores done than you've already gotten done here today. Well, for normal humans, that's true. But I'm what a lot of people call superhuman. Oh, y'all shut it down. Alright, that's fine. This is trash. I'm just going to put it over here by this little trash can. And then, next I need to probably eat a bit of a something and take a short break to SI reset, so to speak. Make sure I don't get fatigued from lack of calories. Well, I just have this one little bit of time left to be on some amphetamines and hopefully get a few things done, you know. Not a good time to get fatigued from lack of calories. And you're just wasting your speed on being hungry. So I'm going to have one of these. I decided not to get any of the Amy's or Annie's Mexican casseroles this time. The reason being, very straightforward. Why do these all of a sudden not work very well? But I mostly prefer to go with shorts, so it's never too cold to wear shorts. Yeah, it's pretty hard to be too cold to wear shorts. My dad was in the same mindset. He uh, he wore shorts like his entire retirement. I don't remember really ever seeing him in modesty pants. But well, it looks like a mess around here. As we call it, tables are covered in drugs and stuff. Well, what are you gonna do? I've got a full kitchen trash can, a full trash can right here. But guess what? The 32-gallon trash cans to which I carry these full trash bags are all still up on the street because I never brought them in after Monday. Of course, last night it rained, so they probably have a lot of water in them. So I have to pour out the water. I find that for whatever reason, it's hard to say why. I like the way, I've come to actually like the way that my missing teeth affect my speech. It makes me speak more, which I kind of like the sound of it. I think it makes me less. I think it makes me more palatable, more gentle in my speech patterns than I would otherwise be. It makes me slow down as well because obviously I'm trying to control the aspiration. When you miss teeth, then you have excess sibilance, too much S, too much, you know, because your set of teeth block that sibilance normally. I try to control that with, you know, mouth and tongue manipulation to adjust and compensate for it. And it caused me to slow down. Hi, Rachel, darling. Guess what they had at the store today? Unusually, they had sweet and sour chickens. I got 8 of them. That was all they had. I got all 8 that they had. Oh, you just sent an email. I think the number of videos in the last day prevented a notification from going out. Probably because I actually live streamed for like 10 minutes on the way to the store. Um, that was an extra live stream tossed in there. I was streaming before that. Plus, I don't think the shorts impact your notification stuff, but I do think if you've got like 3 or 4 live streams in 24 hours, that last one is definitely not going to get notifications unless you've got it especially set to like maximum notifications, maybe, or something. I don't know. I'm not an expert on notificationalizing. Um, so yeah, I got some sweet and sours. Uh, most of the things we needed, I remembered, I think, but I did not remember deodorant. Even though, even though I've been needing to purchase that for weeks, I once again forgot to get it. I was in the pharmacy area and I ended up getting these reading glasses, which I'm kind of regretting getting now because they aren't that strong. Actually, I'm surprised. Like, with these reading glasses, I have to lean in close like this. I can see perfectly clear. With these reading glasses, I have to sit back here. I can see perfectly clear. But if I go close, I can't see clear anymore. These are 1.5. I think these must be 2. So, I mean, these are great for, like, I can actually wear these pretty much all the time. It would be fine. That that's how little magnification they have, I guess. But the thing is, this was the issue. I had on this other pair, that I knew what the magnification was, and now I recall exactly what happened. I looked at this pair, which I liked the looks of the frame better, right? But I couldn't find written on them anywhere where the magnification was. So I just kind of compared them with the other pair I was trying on. I was like, yeah, these seem fine. But really, they must be very mild magnification, 1.25 or something. I should have just not picked on frames, but picked on the efficacy of the glasses. Oh well, these were relatively cheap, like $12.99, I think. So there's certain things where you get a better price, like locally in Mariposa, than you do elsewhere in the world. Things like when we got the tire replaced on the car, the whole thing, buying the tire, replacing it, rotating the tires, aligning it or whatever, cost under $300 for a mini Cooper tire that one of those never flat tires, dry flat, they're called dry flat tires. Anyway, I thought that was quite a good deal. I expected it to be another $100 besides that, you know. Similarly, the eyeglasses at the CVS in Oakhurst were like $25, but the readers in the supermarket here in Mariposa are like $12.99. So I guess it really depends what you're buying. Which strength do you use, Eric, for your glasses? Well, I was aiming towards 1.5s when I was looking at them in the supermarket, but they had two racks of glasses. One rack of glasses was like mostly like women's looking glasses, but they had clearly marked what their magnification on them was. These glasses that looked better on my face, they didn't say. I looked all over for what magnification they were. It didn't say. So I was just like, well, I'm sure it's fine. It seems like about the same as these other ones that are 1.5, but they're not. They're weaker than that. So I think 1.5 or 2. If I'm just wearing like straight up reading glasses, then 2 is fine. But if I want to play this game a lot, then like these would be the best ones for that. And these are probably 1.25, maybe 1.5, but I don't think so. For these, I can look at the phone from this distance. I can read it just fine, but if I get closer, I can't read it successfully. There are times in life, times like now, when you don't really want to eat, but you should. And there's a lot of importance in whether or not you do. It could be the difference between feeling shitty all day and being like, ah, oh, why do I feel shitty? And then realizing you're starving to death. Or avoiding that downfall. Like Rachel was great yesterday because after we had the Brexual Renter course, I said to her, "Oh, I need to eat something. I'm hungry." And then I got up, and then I got myself one square of cheese from the from the fridge, cut it open, and ate that. Then Rachel came out of the bedroom a little while later, and she's like, "So what do you want to eat?" I'm like, oh, well, I had a piece of cheese. I realized, I guess I should probably eat something more than that. And she just made it for me, which was nice. When I said to her, I need to eat something, I'm hungry, and when I say this sort of thing, I'm never saying, so therefore you should make me something. If I want her to make me something, I'll ask her directly to make it. I'll say, can you make me a salad or something? Usually, that doesn't happen because she's more likely to ask me if I want a salad because she's making herself one than than I am to say I want a salad. Because salad doesn't really very often occur to me as something I want. But when I hear, hey, would you like a salad? I think, yeah, that sounds good. You know, this is like the rarest of the real shirts because this one, this particular design was just for people who were in the Talking to Famous People band. Me, Corey, Dave Porter, Anthony Janislani, and Nick Dennis Janislani. So there are only 5 of these made. I'm probably the other people all lost theirs or destroyed them or something, you know. It's hard to keep t-shirts forever. Sometimes all you need is a big piece of cheese. That's true. And in fact, most of the time, all you need is a big piece of cheese. But I didn't even have a big piece of cheese. That was the problem. I had a small piece of cheese. Just one snack square of cheese that you're supposed to put in like a kid's lunch or whatever. Well, it's better than other. But then Rachel caught up and made me food, and that helped carry me through to the whole rest of the evening. Okay, hero lamb, you're close, but that's not really the exact name of it. The exact name is pasteurized processed cheese food substitute. Right? Pasteurized processed cheese food substitute. That is the official name of what my mom used to call plastic cheese. My mom always called the peel off slices of American cheese plastic cheese. Why, where she, what made her start calling it that, I'm not sure. But that stuff, plastic cheese, if you get like Kraft singles or whatever, it's made with real milk. Cheese made with real milk? Are you sure, Kraft? What a bold claim. But if you don't get that, if you don't get if you don't get Kraft singles or some other like high end American cheese, then you're probably getting pasteurized processed cheese food substitute, which is just like oil with food coloring in it pressed into cheese shape, like slice of cheese shape. But there are some things that really are best served with plastic cheese. Like if you want to melt a piece of cheese on top of your hamburger, plastic cheese is the best kind of cheese to use. But I mean, obviously, it's also good to try to melt cheddar on your burger, but cheddar doesn't melt nearly as well as plastic cheese does. Plastic cheese like forms this like vacuum seal top on top of your burger. They don't bother not calling it a product. Well, look, I I would agree with you. Obviously, if you're gonna get plastic cheese, you're better off getting Kraft singles than you are getting pasteurized processed cheese food substitute. I like how they call it cheese food. It's not a food substitute, keep in mind. It's a cheese food substitute. So it's like a substitute teacher in school, just inherently doing a shitty job. By definition, already doing a shitty job. So now that I've eaten, we can proceed back to the root, as the direction lady says on the phone. Proceed back to the root. Okay, all right, shut up. I just went to McDonald's. Why you gotta be like that, phone lady? Please proceed back to the root. You proceed back to the root. Dumbass phone lady. Telling me what to do. Just because I asked you to. It's ridiculous. What do you think about TV dinners as an SI fourth? I mean, I love them because they require me to spend a lot less time preparing myself food to eat while allowing me to have food that's not just like granola bars and fruit snacks. What do I think about Salisbury steak TV dinner? I mean, I could be down with Salisbury steak, no problem. But what's more important than what I want to eat ultimately? It needs to be one step. I've yet to encounter a Salisbury steak that is just a one-step microwave dinner. You find me a Salisbury steak that doesn't require you to go peel back the plastic, turn the steak over, stir the potato, put the plastic back, and I will go for Salisbury steak. Cloud White Tea, what is this name a car for an edit? All right, I'm going to give you two names. The first name is Aaron, and the second name is Mazda. Mazda 626. Is this like some trend, or are you the same person who's doing this every time under different names? Is it some sort of like TikTok challenge? Name a car for an edit. What's an edit anyway? What does that even mean? Greetings from Russia. Well, greetings from America. Tarkov enjoyer. Tarkov enjoyer. I like that name. I'm not sure what a Tarkov is, but I'm glad that you enjoy them. Здравствуй. Здравствуй for visiting us from Russia. My college roommate Will, who's now a researcher or something at Rutgers, he studied Russian in college and Russian history, Russian language and Russian history. And he went and worked in Russia for good 10, 15 years or something after college before returning to the United States and getting a job at Rutgers. He's a cool guy, Will Irving. I wish I could sort of chat with him a bit. I'd like to call him and talk to him or something, you know? He and I always got along well. These are for my new glasses, but since this doesn't really make any sense to put your glasses in this thing, Because now what do you do with it? You just put it in your pocket? It's better to just clip them onto here or just wear them like this. So since I'm not going to use this for my glasses, I decided this will be a good penis sheath for me. This will protect my penis from scratching against my keys when it's in my pocket. All right, now there was a task I was going to do out here, and I am going to do it right now. And I'm going to leave you right here for now so that you can be surprised by what will be revealed when I come back down the hill. Well, it's going to be different than now. Let's find out. I know what you're saying. You're saying, oh no, he didn't. Oh no, he didn't carry down 4 trash cans at once. Oh yes, he did. By he, I mean I. Now, actually, for right now, so I know I'm doing chores and stuff, I'm going to leave one of these trash cans here near the front entrance to put trash bags in if I want to. And I'll bring its lid over to it as well. Next, I will bring this trash can over to the kitchen door. So I'll have a trash can near there as well. Et voila. Here's the trash can. I'll take the lid off. I'm going to be putting bags in there soon enough. All right, next, let's go over here and take the other 2 trash cans where they go. I already named a car for an edit. I named it 2 things, but I'll only give you a different name. I'll say Bob and Toyota Sentra. What's an edit? I don't know what that is either. Something people have been saying lately. Either people or the same person. It's hard to tell if it's some sort of weird TikTok trend thing or just some one individual person who keeps coming in and saying that. Okay, I put these other trash cans over here where they go. And may I just say, oh my fucking God, is it so gorgeous out here today? It could not be any more fucking gorgeous. Look at that. Autumnal beauty. It's wonderful. If you look down here, actually, let me turn the phone around. I always do this dumb way. Down there, you can really see some autumn colors and such, you know. But to really get the good view of it, you got to kind of walk down the hill down there, where I was this morning making shorts. Really, I went down there to take some still photos of the autumnal forest, but I ended up making more shorts than taking still photos. I stood on that stump right there. You could see it right there. I stood on that stump and took pictures. Do I want to walk back down the hill again? No, I don't want to walk back down the hill again, because look how far away it is down there. And this morning when I walked down the hill, when I came back up to the house, my socks were full of little stickers. I should have put on some shoes, but I just had on flip-flops and socks. It's gorgeous, but it is a little bit chilly for no jacket if I'm not actively choring. And right now I'm just actively whoring. Oh, of course it's locked. You're so safe, Eric. You want to lock the doors all the time. Well, that's because I get crazy fuckers on this YouTube channel threatening me and shit. So, obviously, I have Rachel with me. I want to make sure she's safe. I figure it was just me here. I just sleep with the rifle brought next to the bed and figure, come on in, motherfuckers. Oh, thanks a lot, Have VR. That's very very gratifying to me in my third slot extroverted feeling to hear praise like that about my house. I am proud of it, even though I did nothing to earn it. Yeah, I want someone to explain this to me. What does it mean to say for an edit? I have no idea what that means. Um, yeah, I didn't earn these digs. Well, I sort of earned it by outliving my parents. I don't know if that's really earning anything, but outliving your parents does have some utility if they have only one child and you got a couple generations of ESTJs stockpiling for, I guess, future generations. Then, well, then you get to leave this horrible, shitty house in a terrible place in Los Angeles for this much better house, which costs less than half as much. Ridiculously. Like, we're driving out of here yesterday from Yosemite, and we're driving past this shitty little like pop-up community thing, like, a home developer building a bunch of like uh he's got like three home designs or four home designs, and they're all in this neighborhood, and they've got this little constructed kind of gated community thing going on. Houses from 300 to 800,000 for these houses down there. And like just butt fuckery Fresno just shitscape. This house cost $500,000. Nestled in the forest of Yosemite and Sierra National Forest, just right here in the corner. Gorgeous. It costs the same as a house down there in Fresno, in Town. And not in Fresno, it's outside of Fresno, towards Yosemite from Fresno. But you could get a new house there it could cost you $300,000 more than this house, which is a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath house with a hill and a shed and a 2-car garage, 2 stories. I've never, my parents' house wasn't nearly this nice and it was worth $1.25 million. We had an offer for 1.3, And it's like, there's no way how any sane person would prefer to live there than here. The only reason you'd live there is because you work down there or something. We don't work, so, we can live in a place that's far from any place where you could work. That's that's the one reason why you wouldn't want to live here, I guess, is because unless you're unless if you lived in Mariposa County and you have a lot more land than we do, you could be an agricultural interest. There's a lot of agricultural stuff going on in the county. But if you're not doing farming or livestock or whatever, there's not like there's a lot of work to be had in Mariposa County. No, there's not even one stoplight in the whole county. If you owned a small business in town or something, that'd be one thing, but we don't have any of that going on. To the extent that if I wanted to work a lot more than I do right now, I could get some more work, remote work, easily enough. But ultimately, if I really needed to get a job, I'd have to like get a full time job, as I don't know, debate coach at the local high school or something. That'd be a long commute. It'd be a solid 30 to 40 minutes into town every morning. 30 to 40 minutes back. It's not because we live so far, it's all little windy roads. I'm assuming the Tioga Pass is now closed. Since this last storm came in, I saw where we were, it was rain. It didn't get that cold yesterday, the day before. But that way, as it goes up in elevation into Yosemite a bit, it was snow. So if it was snowing in the higher elevations in Yosemite, it definitely was snowing balls on the Tioga Pass. It was that Tioga Pass would allow us to go from here at Yosemite to Mammoth Lakes in just 3 hours across the mountains. But it's only open like 3 months out of the year, the Tioga Pass. Because if you have a heavy precipitation year, like this past winter was huge amount of snowfall, right? It didn't melt until like end of August they opened it finally. And it was just open for like September, October, and it's closed again. I assume. I haven't actually checked the status of it, but usually once the first snowfall of the year hits the Sierras, it's closed until summer. And I do like Mammoth Lakes a lot. I'd like to take Rachel there. It has a substantial role in my childhood history. Why I always wanted to move to the mountains, probably. I always loved the mountains and hated the beach. But it's kind of hard to justify going to Mammoth because, like on a vacation or something, because it's just the other side of the Sierras. It's higher elevation than here, but it's like we already live in the Sierras. So why would we go on vacation in the Sierras? Well, the answer is SI stuff. Mammoth is it's definitely a little more trick than Mariposa. It's got multiple lakes you can go to just within easy driving distance to town, streams, things to fish. It's got a ski resort, etc. So that's why Mammoth is a lot pricier than Mariposa, a lot more gentrified. But I spent a lot of time in Mammoth as a kid. My parents put me on skis, skiing up there at a very young age, such so that I can still to this day ski just fine, even though it's like 10 years between every time I go skiing. My legs get super sore after half a day, but like riding a bike, if you or whatever you start doing really young, even though I have a very high center of gravity, am not cut out for any sort of board sports, be they skateboard, snowboard, surfboard, even skis. Inherently, I'm not cut out for it. But because I started so young and skied so much as a kid, um, I don't feel any of the sort of I'm about to crash that I do on any other kind of board or skate. There's a pass like that in New Hampshire called the Cancomagus. Real pretty, but closed in the winter because it's too hard to remove snow and make it safe in the winter. Yeah, well, I mean, the Tiger Pass goes super high elevation. It goes to at least like 11,000, probably 12,000 feet or something. Because Mammoth Mountain, the top of Mammoth Mountain is 11,000 feet. I remember driving on it one time with my parents as a kid. I have vague recollections of, like this 2-lane road on the side of a cliff where it's like plummets down thousands of feet. It's pretty sketch. But if we don't go across the Tioga Pass and we want to go to Mammoth Mountain or Mammoth Lakes, um, it doubles the trip length. So as the crow flies, we are remarkably close to Mammoth. I bet it's not more than like 100 miles. Um, Maybe, yeah. I bet it's not more than 100 miles from our house to Mammoth Lakes as the crow flies. But it takes 6 hours to get there if you don't take the Tioga Pass, and 3 hours to get there if you do. If it only takes 3 hours to get there on the Tioga Pass, you know it's not very far away because the Tioga Pass has got to have a very low rate of speed, and we're 45 minutes from the Tioga Pass, probably from the entrance to it. So we can't be very far away as the crow flies, and yet if we wanted to get there during the winter time, we have to go all the way down practically to the Grapevine, like where Bakersfield is, cut over to the 395 and go back up. It takes over 6 hours to get there. It's a pretty crazy reality. I know every time I look at the weather map, I'm like, man, it looks like Mammoth is practically as close to us as Oakhurst. It's not that close, but it looks like it on the map. Anyhow, chores, right? We're doing chores. We're not just sitting around here chatting about potential drives one might make in future years if one hits the 3-month window. That's not what a chore torrent is all about. Okay, a torrent of chores requires you to do a lot more than just muse about potential drives you might one day make. This is a good shirt for a Christmas party. It's got red, green, and white, or silver, which is our color scheme for our Christmas tree, our Christmas decorations in general, which is a normal color scheme for Christmas. Green and red is. Then you have to choose either gold or silver. You can't have both. Then you're being too just vomit all over your color scheme, We went with silver because it's a little more classy than gold. Gold makes you look a little too Armenian. Eric, what you're doing right now, going outside to smoke a cigarette, that is not getting any more chores done. That is you just ignoring everything you were just saying about how chore torrent is not about musing about places to drive. It's also not about musing about whatever. It's about getting some chores done. I'll be right back. All right, look, I got a bag of trash. That's progress. As they say in Balcocholics Carconomus, we seek progress, not perfection. No, Alcoholics Anonymous. That doesn't make any sense. Seek perfection, settle for progress. I had to correct AA so many times about such stuff. It's crazy how sloppy they are with their language. At least the people themselves. The big book actually pretty carefully written. It's pretty impressive piece of work, really. And it's decentralized form of individualism plus communitarianism minus tyranny and shittiness is almost unique in the world, you know. Now, a self-governing group that has no governance really, and the leaders are only leaders in the sense that they're taking their, in a very representative democracy kind of way, like they're taking their turn holding some sort of office. It's like if you're really hardcore, maybe, in the central office downtown or something where they used to publish before online the little books of the schedules and stuff. And the reason it can be cool and stay cool is only if and when people actually listen to the big book, which says you should have no opinion about any issue other than alcohol. AA has no opinion about anything other than alcohol. Of course, go to any AA meeting and you'll discover very quickly that nobody listens to that. They all think that quitting drinking means quitting drugs, because we don't know what words mean. Well, they're wrong, obviously. It is very possible to quit drinking without quitting drugs. I'm proof positive. They will tell you the opposite in Alcoholics Anonymous for some reason, even though their book does not explicitly informs them not to be having opinions about things other than alcohol. They'll tell you, oh, you cannot quit drinking successfully unless you quit all the intoxicants. Otherwise, you unavoidably, invariably will go back to drinking. You're wrong. Once again, who bucks the trend of conventional wisdom only when appropriate and is, again, correct? Me. That's right. I keep getting all these Mike Hart things on my feed on my phone. I was looking at one earlier that was, when choosing an ideology, it was basically a man, shave that beard. What, you want to eat it? You want to eat my beard? That's a strange fetish for you to have. You like to eat old men's beards? No, I know it said RN for right now, but it looked like an M kind of. So, regardless, even though you said RN and you were trying to mean right now, I could read the subliminal messaging. What you really meant to say was, can I get some of that? Hey, yo. The answer is no. I'm saving this for somebody who deserves it better. You don't deserve it enough. You have to put in some time and effort here, okay? Carlito Gold. You think you get just whatever helping of beard you want straight off the bat when you first arrive. No. Yeah, you need to put in 6 solid years of watching my live streams. Then we can talk about it. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. But I will commend you for this. I'm going to give you full props for this. Unlike many dumbasses, you did not tell me to quit smoking. So congratulations for that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love being commanded by random people to do shit, but not necessarily quit smoking. Where's my? There it is. All right, this is. I don't even know if I should even bring this outside. Am I really that chore oriented right now to bring this outside? You gonna be alive for that much longer, homie? Well, neither you nor I can say whether I or you will live longer. But I'll tell you this much. I can assure you with 100% degree certainty that I am not currently dead. The biggest threat to my health that I can determine is people telling me to quit smoking. Don't diss. Neither diss nor dat. Was I dissing? I don't really believe in either respect or disrespect. I mean, yeah, it's possible to be disrespectful, like, to a woman, you know, like, if I am going somewhere with Rachel and some guy starts coming and trying to hit on her or something when I'm hanging out with her, then, or even when I'm not, but assuming they see her wedding ring and shit, that's pretty disrespectful, right? But by and large, I don't view, like, burning somebody as disrespect or getting burned as being disrespected. Because who gives a fuck, right? I don't, you know. If you're not messing with my woman, I really don't give a fuck. If you disrespect me, respect me. Your respect or disrespect and $5 will get me a cup of coffee. Females, what? I got a female up in this house. Her name's Rachel Lapalosa. It used to be. Now it's Rachel Strauss because we're married. We got married via nuptials. Nuptials and a wedding. Hi, darling. Now just look at this horribly full trash can. Could it be more overflowing with trash? I can't even pull it out without taking some trash out first. So, now we'll put these trashes in here. That one in there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to squeeze that Coors box in there, so I think I will just put it in a trash can. A Coors box is not very messy, so you can just put it in there, it's no problem. You don't need to have a bag. You don't need to have that in a bag. What I need to do now is get a replacement bag for that little trash can there. And a replacement bag for the trash can I took out over there. And a replacement bag for this bathroom trash can. Because I keep forgetting to replace that one. Okay, let's look at the bathroom trash can so we can see what trash can Eric's talking about. That one beside the toilet. It's actually an old kitty litter thing. It's not even a trash can at all. If I wanted to make it look a little more classy, I could peel off these kitty litter stickers probably. Actually, maybe I can't. I'm not even sure if that is a sticker. It's gotta be. But anyway, I can't seem to peel it off, so I'm not gonna bother trying. Regardless, you know, it doesn't need to look that nice around here prior to December 9th, when we're participating in this neighborhood home tour show thing, where people come to your house and look at your Christmas decorations or whatever. Come inside your house and get some free cookies. It's a charity thing for the So Optimist Society. We don't care about the charity thing. We just want to show off our house. Our Christmas, it's got to look lovely with these Christmas decorations. So we hired somebody to decorate it, the outside of it. We just have to decorate the inside. And you know, the house has a lot of curb appeal. It's got more curb appeal than it has inside appeal visually, but the advantages of the inside and the structure of the home are massive, but not necessarily visible. Okay, I got one trash can. Oh, there's the trash bag. I got distracted mid trash bag replacement. That's just one of the things that happens when you're Eric. You get easily distracted by things while doing things, especially if those things are boring, like chores. I have 100. I have 100 dogs. I believe Taylor's the one who said to me last night in the live stream, I want $100 and you want 100 dogs. And I did point out that I actually don't want 100 dogs, but I did appreciate Taylor's bold claim. And I believe half of it 100%. Yeah, it is a sexy toilet, Kylita Gold. I'm going to show you how sexy it is, because forget about the toilet, right? What's really sexy is the flush. Keeping in mind that this is California, and every place that's on any kind of municipal water, state water, county water, whatever, is required by law to have incredibly low flush toilets, which are really not good if you have septic, which we're on septic. But we have water tower water, so we get to have this flush. Now that's, for California, if you're not from California, you might think, so what? Your toilet flushed. If you're from California, you know that's a big fucking deal to have your toilet flushed. Lives in Arcadia, Rachel and I were constantly unclogging the toilet, mostly from my large poops. But here, we have never had to plunge a toilet one time since we've been here. When we've been here for like 10 months now. So that's pretty impressive. I'm very pleased with the toilet. All the toilets flush fine. How big are my poops? Picture a German Shepherd, but crossed with like a collie. So they're about the same size, but a little skinnier than a German Shepherd. That's the size of my poop. And it typically comes out dog-shaped as well. Not sure why. I guess I just have a dog-shaped butthole. Like the wombats with their cube poos. Wombats and their cube poos are better than combat with a pube roux. You don't want to make a roux out of pubes and pour it over combat. You'd rather have a wombat and their cube poos. Karma's Pimp says, what did I walk into? You walked into the greatest experience of your life. Right now, you are jizzing your pants soaking wet and sticky and disgusting. And you got to change them now. But this will not be the first time you have to change your pants today, Karma's Pimp, because this is a constant semen-inducing and or female ejaculate-inducing live stream. So delightful is the content and speed and quality of the patter and banter. It's just continual orgasming. I'm the only one here who's not orgasming. That's only because I came like 15 times earlier when I was streaming. And I'm not even autoerotic. That's how powerful this content is. Those are for you, Rachel.
Oh, thank you.
Don't forget about them.
I won't.
And who's that chick in the background? This is my wife, Rachel. She's eating what I ate a little while ago, a sweet and sour chicken by Banquet Frozen Dinners. Only $2.99 and only one step, 4 minutes in the microwave. That's it. Just put the whole box in for 4 minutes. Then you have to do anything else. And then just take it out, undo it, you're ready to eat. Why isn't she wondering why you're talking about jizzing in my pants? Because she's been with me for 4 years. She's very accustomed to Eric's ways, his sense of humor and such. Besides which, I'm only talking about jizzing in my pants because of the quality of my own live stream. It's not like I'm saying, hey, there's a sexy lady, I'm constantly jizzing in my pants. I want what you two have. No filter. Well, I have no filter. Rachel's got plenty of filter for both of us. You know. Yeah. Actually, my pants are water. They're water soluble. That's why I can't wash them. But they are cum proof.
I wanted to thank you for going food shopping. Like, that's such a big help.
Sure, no problem. The reason I didn't wait for you is because I ran out of cigarettes. So obviously I had to go to the store at that point.
How was the store? Was it crowded?
No, it was quite uncrowded.
Wow.
It was Tuesday morning. There were a lot of single old men like me shopping. I was wondering when I was in the store, is this because they're actually single, or is this a common thing? Like, dudes get up, they're like, well, my wife won't be up till noon, so I might as well go shopping without her.
Could be.
I suspect it's the latter, you know. But yeah, it's not so much diapers, because that would be absorbing it. But I believe in retaining my semen, just not inside of my body. So there's sort of a waterproof pouch down here that gradually fills up over the course of the day. And when I get home, I emptied it into a bucket. Well, if I had just needed cigarettes, I would have gone to the Boot Jack. I did go to Boot Jack. I got a cup of coffee at Boot Jack.
That's nice.
And I got 2 packs of cigarettes just because I didn't feel like... The lady was training a new register guy. So I was like, I'm not even going to use my card. You're going to steal Rachel's man? It's not possible. It's not possible to steal me from Rachel. I am as devoted to Rachel as anybody can be to anybody.
Typology to you.
Thanks, darling. You're a sweet and special lady.
Thanks.
You're also my wife, my lawfully wedded wife.
Mm-hmm.
That means you cannot escape from me now without a big hassle. But I gave you like 3 solid years to say, I am sick of you, Eric.
No way.
So.
You're the best. You're so fun. And you're so caring. You're just like.
Can I leave it cold? You overestimate your own sexiness by a dramatic amount. I don't care how sexy you are. You're probably like a dude. Otherwise, you'd be Kailita Gold. In horniness and constipation, you may now kiss the bride. You are a dude, see? Carlito Gold? See? I was right. You were wrong. You said you were a girl. But you're not. And I'm not fooled. Taylor, on the other hand, I do believe Taylor when Taylor says that she is a child. I think that Taylor's probably about 10 years old. I don't know. But this stream is what it is. I don't encourage children to come here. But I also don't prevent them from coming here, obviously. How could I? I could make it 18 and over, but I never know. I never know what I'm going to talk about in the live stream before I start doing the live stream. What am I waffling about? Waffles. Waffles or pancakes? Which should I have? Waffles. No, pancakes. No, waffles. No, pancakes. I just can't stop waffling over this matter. Well, I do like the way these glasses look better than these ones. Pancakes are better. What about... I'm just being het norm, Eric. Carlito just said they were interested. I'm being... Yeah, I'm just being heteronormative. Right. I am being... I would say this. I'm saying I'm being fidelity normative. I do project faithful, monogamous, long-term relationship as a desired norm, rather than just as something I'm interested in that's not any better or worse than being a slut. But I think it's appropriate. Lou has one time said to me something along the lines of, what is up with people always talking shit about people who don't want to be in long-term relationships and just want to fuck a bunch of random people all the time? And I have to admit, I guess you're right. And the real reason is because people in a long-term relationship are just, the more you love your partner, the more you want to make sure they would never want to sleep with somebody else, Yeah. Oh, that. Yeah, well, I did. I didn't assume they were female. I said, if you're even a chick, I suspect you could even be probably a dude, So, the thing is, even if it were heteronormative, it still wouldn't be heteronormative because I'm clearly in a marriage with a woman. So, it's like, I think in that instance, one would default to a norm of, or a standard of, since you're in a marriage, I'm going to assume it's a normal marriage and not an open marriage, But obviously, Kylie Gold is not actually coming on to me. Who would come on to me? Um, maybe Rachel, but I'm not even sure she did. I'm pretty sure I just came on to her. And she was like, okay, I
No.
guess.
I definitely came on to you too.
Don't put yourself, Eric. I'm not putting myself. I'm pulling myself. How's EP the goat? Thanks, Kylito Gold. My beard is fine after all.
It is fine.
That's despite the fact that Kylito Gold's really showing a lot of growth here. Because when he first came in, he was telling me to cut my beard. Now he's saying it's fine. And later on, he's going to be saying it's excellent.
Yeah, it's true. It's gonna increase in worth.
Only men can come on to someone, Rachel. Social media. Girls can
about
too.
that.
Girls can too. They go like this. You're so funny.
So do women like flirt then?
Well, yeah. I mean, you probably wouldn't use the word "come on" to,
Yeah.
but it's definitely the case that. Okay, well, you show media is right there. Well, you not exactly. Still not
yeah.
exactly right.
Yeah.
It's not really true, but I'll, you're more right. Make sure your wife tells you that you're sexy every day. She tells me I'm handsome multiple times a day. Tells me I'm sexy all the time.
To her.
And I also always speak affirmingly of Rachel and to Rachel. We're very good with our words with each other. We're both intuitives and we care a lot about communicative stuff, meanings. So we both exercise excellent relationship habits. You're a creamer, huh? Well, let's fingers crossed that you're a non-dairy creamer. Because I don't really like regular cream. I prefer powdered non-dairy creamer over any other kind of coffee lightener. It's not like, well, I only have powdered creamer, so I guess I won't put in any liquid creamer. I went to get coffee at the Bootjack gas station today. Yeah, I knew what you meant.
Yeah, me too.
We both knew full well what you meant, Kylie Gold.
We just chose to take a different route with it.
Yeah. Acacia with her winemaking endeavors, self-identifies correctly as a grapist.
Oh my gosh, grapist! How could I have forgotten about the importance of being a grapist?
Well, when we drove through the Central Valley yesterday, we saw the farmers in the farming industries. We saw the figgers, who grow figs, obviously, and
Almonders?
the plumbers, people who grow plums, and of course, the grapists. That's an agricultural valley in a nutshell, right there. It's just nothing but figgers, plumbers, and grapists. That's how you know you're in a farming community. Gilbert knew what it was all about. Gilbert, what was eating him? The answer? Grapism. You're a grapist. Stop discriminating against grapers. FR, fur. Well, fur to you too. Ah, there's the third one of those things. I think I must have got this stuff must be concentrating on my hands.
Oh, maybe.
Or maybe it was from doing this. Could have been from doing that.
That could be.
Yeah, I'm not sure where I got that from. Polly want a cracker. I think I should get off her first. Meow meow, meow meow, meow meow, meow meow meow. That's a pretty good Nirvana song. I'm more impressed with Nirvana than I am fond of them. I don't know if that speaks well of them or poorly of them. What do you think?
The songs that I listen to by them is I listen to it for nostalgic reasons. Like, it brings me back to, like, when I was a kid and they were on the radio.
But see, here's my take on it. It's that, like, Kurt Cobain was legitimately a genius, and he had plenty of geniusy songs. But the aesthetic of the time period is fundamentally an aesthetic I don't like. Seriousness, like, you know, dark subjects that are meant to be gritty more than edgy, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm not fond of that aesthetic. It's like it only even flies at all when executed perfectly by Nirvana. It's an absolute fucking nightmare in all of its other executions and things like that horrible band that sings Jeremy's Broken.
Yeah. They were popular around the same time.
What's that band called again?
Pearl Jam?
Pearl Jam. Fucking horrible. Kurt wanted people to know he wasn't serious? Wow. He shouldn't have let Courtney Love murder him then. Oops, I mean commit suicide. Sorry, I forgot. What else can I say? Everyone is gay. It's like, that's not a terrible lyric, I guess, for the time when it was written. His lyrics aren't bad, but they're just so 90s, all just bleh. Bleh.
It's very 90s. Very 90s. The aesthetic's very 90s. The attitude towards, like, towards 90s stuff.
I think Kurt Cobain realized his aesthetic had already peaked and was over by the time Nevermind came out. He was too intuitive, too aesthetically brilliant to not get that. And what's he gonna be then? This tortured artist in a milieu in which tortured artistry has been tortured into this grotesque mockery of art called Pearl Jam. You can't carry on having inspired that cancerous catastrophe. I blame Courtney Love, whether she literally killed him or just figuratively killed him by being such a shitty person. I don't know.
You know how I, like, have trouble with astrology. Their synastry, though, like, really showed examples of their relationship and how it was kind of, like, not good. And I know that's, like, kind of anecdotal. Is that cool?
Anecdotal?
Anecdotal, yeah.
Well, it's not anecdotal. It's just astrology. It's an astrology explanation. So it's the opposite of anecdotal. Anecdotal is, well, there's one time I was hanging out with Courtney Love, and we got along fine. So he must have gotten along fine because I'm like him. That would be anecdotal. It's SI stuff. SI stuff's anecdotal.
Oh. Yeah, so it's more NI. Like, so someone studied the synastry between Courtney Love and Kurt Cobain and really showed how, like, crappy of a relationship it was. And how stuck hurt was. It just just happened to be that though.
Well, it's like Hole was kind of in some ways a more ahead of its time aesthetic than Nirvana was. It just Hole didn't have a genius in it. Hole instead had this thing called Courtney Love. What type was she? She's got to be an ESFP, right?
I think so.
Yeah. The thing is about her, this is one thing you got to give her credit for. She called out Harvey Weinstein way years ahead of everybody else calling him out. And somebody asked her, do you have any advice for any young aspiring actresses or whatever? She's like, never get on a plane with Harvey Weinstein. That's pretty badass.
Yeah, that is. It just.
You still smash Courtney Love? Well, she's an ESFP. I'm sure she'd leave you volatile and confused. Mm-hmm. if that's what you're into, I love a post-coital, experience of confusion and volatility. Well, there you go. But you'd smash me harder. Well, it'd probably be easier to smash me harder because I have a lot less experience getting smashed in that fashion than Courtney Love does. The other person I want to talk about was Seth MacFarlane. He also gets credit for calling out Harvey Weinstein when he was hosting some award show. He made some jokes about it that were pretty. The strap comes on. I don't know. I don't know anything about that stuff. I've never had any homosexual experiences like that. So, I'm on my third and final marriage too. Each of them has been to a woman. And I've never been pegged or anything. Rachel did buy some drumsticks from Amazon for the express purpose of me being, or potentially her, being empowered to better push on my prostate. Because I researched it, and the only treatment there is that they can articulate for prostatitis, which is the general prostate-y kind of things that happen to you when you get older, is massaging it. So, I've been doing it with my finger in the shower, but maybe there's going to be a drumstick. I don't mean either the ice cream kind or the chicken kind, by the way, the kind that you hit drums with. A drumstick being put up my butt sometime in the next, week or so maybe. I want to make sure it's after I've pooped out all of my poops. But something I'll just probably deal with myself. I don't see it as neither Rachel's job nor necessarily something that's sexual so much as it is health maintenance, even though it's health maintenance of the inside of the body sex organ that you have. Why do people have it? Why do men have an inside of your body sex organ called the prostate gland? Can we just, if we're gonna have all the important parts outside of it, then we just get all of it out there, You have this part of your body you have to massage that's up inside of your butt. What's up with that? That doesn't make any sense, but that's how humans are designed. Oh, don't forget, you got to periodically massage your your upper inside front butthole part. Why? Because otherwise, you know, your penis won't stay healthy. How does that? Why does it have anything to do with that at all? Inside my butt, it doesn't make any sense. Will you stop with your disrespectful, aggressive courtship of me? It's, as I was just saying outside, I don't normally put much faith in or weight into notions of respect or disrespect, but I give you the exception. Like if some guy were to be hitting on Rachel while I'm right here, in the fashion that you're, I'm assuming, pretending to hit on me, then obviously that would qualify as disrespectful. My wife's right here. I'm clearly not interested in your mannish ways. Okay, now I know what it's like to be objectified.
You have a new point of view.
I finally got it. Me too. Me too.
I want Toledo Gold to know that I flirt with Eric often.
Yes, Rachel does. She's a wonderful lady. She's so good at it that I believe her.
That's good, you really should. Okay,
I fight for you. All right, but only as like an MMA fighter that I'm managing. Okay, so I'll get a cut of your profits. I'm gonna pit you first against. I'm gonna bring out of retirement Clay Guido.
no, it's interesting show media. Like, it's got to be my demonstrative FI. Like, I get enjoyment in, complimenting me and stuff.
That's FE though, darling.
No, is it?
I mean, you do feel happy, but what you're doing is being happy based on making sure that I feel secure and comfortable
True,
and happy.
it does.
Rather
Yeah.
than, being like, "Hey, stupid, bring me some food." But you could, if I hadn't already been in a relationship with somebody with BPD, you could probably get away with that for years. They'd be like, "All right, I'm bringing it." Only online, KP. I was young and more femme presenting. It really is kind of ubiquitous. Can I use the garbage bag as a sleeping bag? Do I sleep over one day? This garbage bag's not going to be big enough for you. You're going to have to use a black garbage bag. They're called contractor bags, and they're at least 30 gallons. You could probably fit in that. If you're a very small person, you could fit in one of these kitchen trash bags, I suppose. But regardless, if you sleep over here, obviously you could just stay in one of the extra rooms. No, I'm not calling you fat. I'm just calling you not a small child.
Yeah, like, if vacation and...
Oh yeah, vacation and Ruben are still coming to this. You can have a room. You don't get a hotel room. I meant to update you about that. I meant to talk to you about that as well. You're welcome to have a room. I texted Cameron today. He's coming. Delilah's coming. But those two can have the third room.
And yeah, they can have the...
Yeah, they can have the third room.
Yeah. Let's say...
Kylie Gold.
Okay, dibs on extra room. All right, then you guys get it.
You got it, Acacia. You guys got it. Okay? The best extra room. Well, I think you'll end up getting the black room.
It depends. Like, Cameron kind of likes that room.
Oh, does he like that? I can't remember which one he stayed in. So, okay, you guys could either have the blue room or the day room. It depends what Delilah wants.
Delilah wants. Yeah.
Yeah, you have the other one.
Yeah.
Cameron, he just he has kind of a permanent room here whenever he wants, just based on the fact that he's always been such a good friend to us, and so super, just like an unbelievably good friend who saves our ass when we need something. When I talked to him today, he asked me like, "Well, so have you done any like home improvement stuff?" He's an ISTJ, and I told him about how I fixed the dryer. I was so proud of myself, and he was like, "Good job! I'm really impressed." I was like, "So anyway, dryers. They have these things called high temperature thermal fuses." And he's like, I know." He knew all about it, of course, but I was surprised that. Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your drumsticks. There may not be any raccoons that you see. There are raccoons around here. When it came out one night in the last couple of months, and saw a whole family of them coming down the tree.
Oh, wow.
Okay, well, maybe I can offer it on the resale market. They fully cleaned off, don't worry. Otherwise, you might get accused of selling something gross. But so far, I've only used these drumsticks to play the drums. I don't have any drums, but I have something that works just as well for just playing around with the drumsticks anyway. Not for if I were recording drums or something. I'm not really a good enough drummer to record my own drums anyway. I'm probably better than I am at drums, even at instruments that I don't play, like the harp. I bet you I'm a better harpist than I am a drummer. But I like to hit things with these sticks in a rhythmic fashion. You might not really call it drumming or like good drumming, but it's sound making. So you gotta put my foot up here so we gotta get a better way to kick drum. See, it's just not very loud as a kick drum. This pad right here is like going like this, which is not a natural kick drum motion. So I guess I just kick drum here. Yeah, that's still not good, but it's a little bit better. Kaleidoscope, sure I sound lovely, and I do. Kaleidoscope, sure I'm lovely. Want my boo. Don't go dropping drumsticks, Eric. Drop your gizzard instead. If you don't, then you know you're admitting that you're a wizard in bed, drumstick man. You are a drumstick man.
Thanks, Cleo Gold.
Thanks, Kalito Gold. I worked hard for this one. Much harder than I normally do. Because today I'm really feeling like live streaming. Some days, most days, I'm just phoning it in. Not today. I'm not really capable of playing that instrument since I both don't have the instrument and can't play it. But I could play this instrument a little bit better than that one. Still not as good as I play the guitar. But better than I play the drums. I'm so bad at playing the drums that every time I hear a recording in which I played the drums rather than programmed them, I want to tear my ears out of my head. Oh dear Lord, who let that horrible person near a drum set? And I go, oh, that's me. Ah, how horrible. That's what I said. Okay. This is not what I need. What I need instead, I don't need that, no. I don't need any of that. I just need to just do this. That's all I need, is just to turn this on. Oh no. I see what I forgot to do. I have to plug the cord. Doing things is hard. Come out of there! God. Okay. That's better. Oh yes, that is a song that is made of 3 notes. Would you like to sing with me? This is the song that you learn when you go to war. You are going to fight with this bass song, just playing at the car door. Fight, fight, fight. Kill, kill, kill. Die, die, die. Bleed, bleed, bleed. Go away soon, and then you're dead. So obviously, the bass is not a very good instrument for playing and singing along with at the same time. It's a better instrument just for playing bass lines, like. There are some kind of bass lines that I can play and sing along with. If the bass line is simple enough with the hits on the quarter notes, and that is it, then maybe I could consider playing a song and singing the bass along, but by and large, it's too hard. If I try to double it up, I will probably screw it up, but I might not. If I try real hard, and I have my eyes closed, that to there. I was that far off. Let's celebrate your first super on a live stream. Acacia, oh my God. This is your first super on a live stream? I'm just kidding, of course. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Acacia.
I hereby celebrate. Oh, it's Cameron. Well, Cameron, sorry, I'm live streaming right now. You need a bass. You need a bass like this bass. This bass is smooth and easy to play, like peasy and greasy gray. Wonderful, wonderful kitty, having wonderful times. Always cleaning yourself, making sure you got clean lines. Wonderful, wonderful kitty, such a fabulous soft friend. Such a fabulous soft friend. And now it's wonderful kitty petting time again. Just let me pet you, don't walk away. I can't do it on the bass. I'm just playing that song on the guitar. Also, I don't really have it memorized. Another problem. So, all right, we're gonna stop playing the bass now. I'm gonna briefly play the electrified guitar. I'm moving it from my worst instrument to my best instrument. I mean, you could put piano in above drums. Like I said, you put pretty much anything, even instruments I don't play, above drums, probably. Except for like a trumpet or something. That's a totally different kind of instrument. Obviously, if I were tasked with playing a trumpet, I would not do a good job. Because I just only barely ever played it enough to learn how to just make that sound or whatever. You gotta make your lips go a certain way. I know how to do that, but that's all I know how to do on the trumpet. On a saxophone? Well, I've never played a saxophone before. Never even one time. I've never played a lot of instruments. I've never played a bassoon. I've never played an oboe. I've never played a bassoon. Which is a combination bassoon and oboe. I've never played a tuba maga. I'm going to tune this guitar. El Nino, my ass. You call those storms? Where is the rain? Those drizzles don't count, I drizzle more when I pee in the sink. just the right height to catch all of the undesired splatter. And when I'm done, I'll go upstairs and climb a ladder. I will go out there and take me a bucket and pour water inside. And I'll say, hey, Mr. Cloud, drop it from the bottom. Hey, Mr. Cloud, won't you drop it from the bottom? Hey, Mr. Cloud, drop it from the bottom on me. I kind of messed it up a little bit, but you know. Can I play butt trumpet? I've never tried, but probably. I'm assuming I could. But you know what happens when people that sing, they make an ass out of them. Let's see what I want to play next, if anything. I know what I want to play next. I want to play Share of Shame. A song that I think is a very good song, but that I don't play very often. Because it's on set list but bet list. And by the time I get to where it is on this document, I'm usually like, no, that sounds like too hard right now or something. Where is it? Here it is. Right down here. If you can't really see it was on TV screen, that's a dumb idea. No good comes from skating on with them whom you'd mistaken for the one. Habituated defense and indecency and conflict eventually once your search is done. It's been a while since I played this song. Driving in your car last night, we had a massive fight. Each insisted I'm gonna start this song over. I remember the feel of it now. Sorry, it's been a while, like I said. No good come from skating on with them whom you'd mistaken for the one. Habituated defense and indecency, self-inflicts eventually once your search is done. Driving in the car last night, we had a massive fight. Each insisting we were right and the other one to blame. So when you pulled that stunt, I screamed, "You're a worthless cunt." My words was wrong, but they were dumb, so I've earned my share of shame. It's each of our own failings, not us doing the nail to the wall. We fierce to the other sailing off to set their life and all. You can trust me and I can trust you, though neither trust ourselves much true. The love lies deep between you and me, at least about that we can both agree. Driving in the car last night, we had a massive fight. Each insisting we were right and the other one to blame. So when you pulled that stunt, I screamed something awfully blunt. My words were wrong and they were dumb, and I've earned my share of shame. My share of shame. Thanks, darling.
You said you songbird.
You wanna sing this brooding song with me? If you don't, that's fine. But if you do, that'd be great. What do you feel like?
I feel like I should get out of my comfort zone and sing.
Okay, well then can you bring me the mouse when you come over here?
Yeah. Sorry, Trouble. I know you just settled in.
Okay. Can you stand more over here and scroll down when we get to the spot where it needs to be scrolled down?
Okay. Just brooding here won't do any good, but brooding's more and more.
Alright, sorry, I got the tempo wrong. Let's start it over.
Just brooding here won't do any good, but brooding's more and more my style. I seek the tree ways of standing where we stood, 'cause I've been stuck here a while. And that's despite a natural selfishness that makes it easy to have fun. But flutters in the gut, come a fist, as all my visions come undone. I tried to string the slack and drain the afternoon away, but happy new realities bear down on every day, and for a bit I am out of it. I'm out of it. Still unsaid. Still unsaid. Still I need get out of me. Get out of me. What's inside my head? What's inside of mine? Seems like everybody's so sensitive and ready to just get mad. I seek the simple ways of living like a kid, 'cause who wants to be the dad? Have we lost our sense of scope and scale? Our capacity to laugh? A sense to know, not to will, how to tip the golden calf. I tried to string the slack and drain the afternoon away, but happy new realities bear down on every day, and for a bit I am out of it. I'm out of it. Still unsaid. Still unsaid. Still I need get out of me. Get out of me. What's inside my head? What's inside of mine? Still I'm sad. Sad for me. Sad for her. Unhappily.
Unhappily.
But you call sorrow.
Go sorrow.
I call home.
I go home.
Blues is getting clear down to the bone.
Down to the bone.
Still I'm sad.
Still I'm sad.
Sad for me.
Sad for me.
Sad for her.
Sad for her.
Happily.
Unhappily.
What you call sorrow.
What you call sorrow.
I call home.
I call home.
Blues is getting
And clear down
to the bone.
down to the bone. Thank you, Rachel.
You're welcome.
You're a wonderful lady.
I think you're welcome.
Do you want to run through Cloudy Day while you're here? While you're standing over here?
Sure.
Always worth running through it. You should always use practice. Because neither of us is a censor, so we don't really imprint that as I should that well.
I'm always down just to practice songs though. Singing
Yeah.
and playing with you is fun.
Great, thank you. You're a wonderful lady. Oh. That was the time that Eric fucked up. I don't need the lyrics. I don't need to look at anything for that song. What am I even doing? Okay, let's play it. Here we go.
It's a very cloudy day in Los Angeles. And today we run out of time. Troubles past, troubles still to come.
supposed to be here or just be soon forgotten. Noise is sort of based on what I see here and on what I heard.
It's a very cloudy day in Los Angeles. And today we hope for more time. Troubles past, struggles still to come. Day is nearly done. Someone buy us some more time.
Cloudy day in Los Angeles. Cloudy day in LA. I'm no sort of evangelist, but I got something to say. Something to say.
That sounded nice.
It did. Thank you, Rachel.
You're welcome.
What is the thing that you have to say, Eric? Today, it's drumstick.
I like that.
Tomorrow, who knows? Maybe it'll be something different. I met someone at the dog show. She was holding my left arm, but everyone was acting normal. Right, I guess it could be an either. No, it's gotta be here. I met someone at the dog show. She was holding my left arm, but everyone was acting normal, so I tried to look nonchalant. We both said I really love you. The Shriners loaned us cars. Everyone was acting normal, so I tried to look nonchalant. Wow. I can't remember how it goes. Fucking Eric, I can never remember shit, you know? It's like, you learn stuff, you forget it. That's just, life is horrible, Eric.
Okay, that's a little harsh.
Okay, well, you know, I don't mean it in a critical way so much as just like, that's the horrible part of being Eric. What's the matter with Chad? Is he terribly bad? Is he very like Dan? He's a terrible man. Is he sort of like Jill, who can't pay her bill? Or rather like Jack, who's stuck on the facts? What's the matter with Sue? Will she know what to do if they bring attitude? Will she show ingenuity? She talks about you whenever we go substance. Neville again, don't bother with Kev, he's practically dead. Just focus on Bert, he's medium hurt. What's the quantity for Liz? Did she fail a quiz? What's the matter with Drew? Will she know what to do if they bring attitude? Will she show ingenuity? She talks about you whenever we go walking. Paths that lead to lesser days, paths that lead to lesser days. Spill out the over water path, and whoever left that's still okay. the hands, stiffen the chin. Catastrophe looms heavy overhead again. Time's gone will never be again. Well,
Yeah.
thanks, Sterling. That was not bad, not terrible, not great. You know, this is part of the problem with practicing playing the guitar unplugged all the time. Playing it plugged in is a little different, you know?
It is.
Different dynamics. I don't need to use my hand dynamics nearly as much. I need to use the natural dynamics of the electrified guitar, and I'm just not that accustomed to it. Every life lived reaches the time when the road splits in two. There are times, hard times, times of despair. There are times when it's hard to feel good. That's when I look for my sack full of solvency and my satchel of helpful goods. Satchel of helpful goods. Satchel of helpful goods. Satchel of helpful goods. Every life lives reaches a time when the road comes to an end. When I'm there, will there be anybody else around? Or will I travel on alone? That's when I look for my sack full of solvency and that satchel. Now nothing but bones and that satchel. Oh, satchel of helpful goods. 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 Thanks. That one came out pretty good. That one was the best one of the songs I played on the electrified guitar. So, you may not have heard, but recently they began this crazy notion of putting electricity into guitars. All right, well, maybe we can make this louder just by shooting some electricity into it. You wouldn't think it would work, but somehow it does. You might well say, hey, Eric, electricity doesn't make things louder. It just makes them more shocky.
I want to say thank you so much for getting these. I've been enjoying them so much.
Me too. We'll have to make a trip to Fresno when those run out and replenish at a regular store. You know, they don't have them at the Indian store.
Yeah, it's sad.
I was just too much meowing without a beverage, you know. For cuts, a little bit of gack. Yeah, I'm gonna smoke a cigarette. Caused a little bit of gack in my Mac attack. It's like.
Ooh, it feels like fall.
It looks like it too. Yeah, look how gorgeous it is over here. Let's go over here. We can look at the gully, the canyon. It's not big enough to be called a canyon. Gully sounds about right, I guess, but isn't it lovely?
Wow, it is.
Especially if you look over here, down this way, getting eye full of some of those red trees down there. Like I went down there earlier where that stump is and stood there, took some pictures and stuff. And there you get some of the best views. You get that really bright yellow tree over there.
Oh, how nice.
I should show you what I'm looking at rather than just showing you my face. Yeah, I went all the way down to the shed today. Which is it's insane how rarely I go down this tiny little hill. It's not like we have a huge property that, you know, walking acres away to get to someplace. We only have 1 acre total. But I'm so fucking lazy. Well, it's not just lazy. I don't want to get little stickers in my socks like I did this morning, even though it had recently rained. And I thought maybe that's gonna. I just didn't feel like putting on shoes. I should have just put on some shoes.
It rained pretty heavy last night.
It sure did. Did you hear when it was really coming down?
Yeah.
It was enough that I could hear it. Like it woke me up kind of, and I heard it, even though it's quiet inside. You know.
Yeah.
Now this is a great shot. Look at this camera over here. Look how beautiful it looks.
Yes, it does. So beautiful.
It's because we got plenty of lighting from over here, so that like the person can be nicely in contrast, and the sky also in contrast.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Ruben, for what you said about sexual helpful goods. I think you are correct about that. That it was a clean take on it. I appreciate your input, and you too, Lou. You know, it's brings me back to the very interesting topic that Heroland brought up, and what it was like eye-opening to me in some ways. I never put it in exactly this way, but like the reason you don't get sick of playing good songs is because number one, they aren't bad, so you don't inherently get sick of them. But number two, because it's so difficult to play them as you envision them sounding.
That's why I hope you don't mind, but before we do karaoke, like not the day of, but like maybe a few days before, I'd like to practice, because even though like I think I know some songs really well.
It's a good idea to practice things, sure, even if you're just karaokeing, you know. We should go look at the roadside and see what the next karaoke day is.
Oh yeah.
It's some other day in November. I don't remember which Friday it is. Might be this upcoming Friday.
It might be, because I think coming up soon is Thanksgiving, so that might be the last November before Thanksgiving. Last November,
the last Friday in November before Thanksgiving. Yeah. In which case,
yeah, I don't think they have it.
Probably not on Black Friday, but they might, you know.
I think I saw on it that it wasn't that weekend of Thanksgiving.
Okay. So you have some notion of what the sign says. That's good. Well, we'll go next time we go to town. We'll check that sign. I'll remember to get deodorant next time I go to town as well. But I forgot it once again.
Did you use mine?
No, I just stink.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't smell you at all. Like, I'm amazed
Well,
that you say that you're stinky because honestly, I don't smell you at all.
well, I'm not nearly as stinky today as I was yesterday because yesterday I
Well,
took
that was.
a shower after a long trip.
Yeah.
But I just smell kind of like Eric, who's been in the same shirt for several days and slept in it and driven in it and, you know, shoveled manure in it. I did a lot of manure shoveling while you were asleep this morning.
Wow.
No, I didn't really shovel any manure. We don't have any cows around here to make any manure for us to shovel. Unless you want to consider squirrels cows, in which case we have a lot of manure to shovel, but we just never see it because it's so small.
I'm just trying to gauge where, because like we've talked about how this is not going to last for
Forever.
Yeah. So what you think around here is where the land begins?
I mean,
Ends?
presumably it begins from here, slowly slanting this way.
Yeah.
So it's probably not flat to here and then slanting. It's
Okay.
probably from here down. I would guess, but I'd have to get under there and look at it to make
Because
sure.
it'd be nice to have some room for us to walk.
Oh, we definitely need something here. When this thing falls down, we will replace it with some solution, either another deck. I might even put it in myself, Like, it's not something that's incredibly hard to do. It's just a matter of what I would do that's different than what it currently is I'd pour. Maybe they did. I can't. Oh yeah, they did pour concrete for the posts. So I just do the same thing. All these posts are set in concrete. So as long as the hill doesn't totally erode away, even then, I mean, assuming the posts are set deep, this end of it shouldn't actually go anywhere.
So we may have it longer than I think.
Yeah, well, the whole thing's kind of shifted up and down in kind of an undulating way rather than totally down. Like here, it's up,
That's true.
And down there, it's down.
Down, yeah.
So that suggests to me that this is like structural bowiness built into this material, this decking material. And the consequence, probably it wasn't nearly this bad until last winter when.
Yeah.
And so, like, I was so dumb about the snow. Not only did I not bother to scoop any snow off of the deck or anything, I didn't even bother to scoop it off the top of this glass table we used to have over here that shattered when the snow got too tall on top of it. Obviously, a glass table can't handle like 5 feet of snow on top of it.
I didn't think of that either.
It never even occurred to me.
Me neither.
That's just inexperience with
That's
actually living with snow. I've been in snow plenty of times. Like I said, when I was a kid and mounted in the snow lots of times, but I never lived or was like a homeowner with snow.
And we had just started being homeowners at that point too.
Like a week before.
Yeah.
Like that quickly did we get leveled by those big ass snowstorms. We first came in, the heater didn't work. We had enough of a grace period, if I recall, to get the heater fixed before the snowstorms, but it didn't make any difference because the power was out. So we couldn't use the central heating.
Constantly out. And we didn't have a generator that worked.
We didn't have a working generator. We just had the propane heater things. We could use the stove. We could use those propane heaters.
Oh
We were
man.
not equipped with
Oh
enough even like
man.
blankets or warm clothing or
No.
anything. It was,
No.
and I was deadly sick. Like as soon as
That's
we
right.
moved
You
in, I got
were.
like incredibly sick.
Yeah. That was tough. Like I remember it being tough. Like a lot of times, like I can't remember, like especially like how it feels. I remember feeling how cold it was, like for a few days while we were, you know, hunkering down.
You know, I remember being super frustrated by how long it took me to get well,
Yeah, that was bad.
and uh, and by the fact that it was coinciding with all these SI complications like not insufficient warmth, etc. Funny, I feel like I think we both of our thermostats have cooled down, our individual thermostats coming up here, because now we sleep at like 65, 66 degrees. We used to sleep at like 70 degrees.
Mhm.
Okay, well, now I have to go pee. And go ahead. Oh, you're just going to cough. And as it has become my habit of late, in the last few months, pushing a year now, I began using my penis when I pee. Uh, when I finally figured out, like, oh, that's why my bladder's been feeling so full for so many years. I thought that I was like a bird, my pee and poo mixed together. But I was wrong. So anyway, now what I'm going to do is go to the bathroom, and then I'm going to probably wrap this stream up. But I don't want to deprive you of me going to the bathroom. Oh, sure. Why don't you get started with this? I'll join you in a second, okay?
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm just going to go to the bathroom.
No, I just
They
figured.
don't really need to. I was just joking. I said they needed to go to the bathroom with me. Let me pull up the meow and the meow. There's only a few people here anyway, so
That's good.
you know, hopefully that's sufficient to make it worth your Oracle card time. Let me go to the bathroom. I'll join you in a second.
Okay.
Trouble, I have to watch Trouble first.
Okay. Who would like a Prism Oracle sentence?
You can always start with me if you want.
Okay, I will. I'm going to start with Eric, and who wants to be next? Let me know. Okay, Karma's Pimp is next. I'm thinking Eric. Sure, of course, Luminix. Sure. That's fine. Most people left, and you guys can get like a special reading. You're the special few who have stayed. Eric. Comes with 4 cards. I'm going to do a four card pull. True stance, exactly. Okay. So Eric gets Disruption, the pink card. Creativity. Purple card. Ideation. Red card. And protection. Okay, so disruption of ideation creates protection of creativity. So that's what the sentence is. Disruption of ideation leads to protection of creativity.
Or you just say creates protection, but I guess that's a different sentence.
No, that's the thing. It could be a different so how would you put that sentence?
I was thinking if something like ideation without protection creates disruption.
Okay, ideation without protection creates a creativity disruption.
Creates. I'm changing creativity into the verb form.
Oh, to creates disruption.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
But really, what sounds right here is ideation with protection creates disruption. Because you can only really be disrupted when you're safe.
Sure.
You can only effectively be ideationally disrupted when you're safe. So,
Karma's pen. Ooh.
one popped out for Karma's
Yep.
pen.
Karma's pen. Hey, show media.
Protected ideation creates disruption. I have no idea what was going on, man. I was so high.
Okay, so first card we got is growth. Next one, peace. Then we got rest and cleanse. So Karma's Pimp has growth, cleanse, rest, and peace.
Cleansing with rest allows for peaceful growth.
Okay, so cleansing with rest allows for peaceful growth.
Yeah.
That's your sentence. That's your oracle sentence.
Or if you want to change it to restful cleansing.
Restful cleansing
allows
for peaceful growth.
So in other words, it's time for that high colonic, Karma's Pimp, which is another word for a butt douche.
Okay, Luminix, you're next.
Luminix, you're next. Let's see what 4 cards you have in store today. Good, I'll cleanse you. That's a good way to cleanse all. Because you know, what's the dirtiest stuff inside of you? It's got to be poop.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, what could be dirtier than poop that's inside of you? I guess pre-puke vomit.
Yeah.
But it's just really you're digesting food. It's only gross once it becomes vomit. Poop begins gross and ends gross. All the way through the whole process is gross.
It really is. Oh, did you test the mask? Hat?
Yes, I tried it on.
How'd it go?
It seems to be great, but of course, what are there no longer any of?
Flies.
Metal bugs, just as we said. Earlier, I predicted, like, oh, look, we're going to get these hats right now, and then as soon as we get them, the bugs are going to disappear. Let's just hold off for a few days. We held off like 2 weeks. The bugs were thick as bugs outside. And then the hats came. The day the hats come, there are no more bugs.
Well, for next year.
They might come back. We have another warm spell,
Yeah.
but I doubt it at this point. Now that we're in November, we got another storm coming in next week.
Oh, we do?
Yeah. All right, so we're doing Lou.
Yeah, Lou. Luminix.
What do you think?
Oh, it looks great.
Yeah.
We'll feel like one of the neighbors now.
Let me just show real quick. You see, this is keeps bugs off of your face.
Yeah, because it really is annoying when you're walking and you're swatting flies from.
It's these little gnats that just want to fly in front of you in your ears or whatever. They're not even bitey or anything. They're just annoying. All right.
I'm so surprised that the Ace didn't have it.
Yeah. Well, I didn't.
Okay. Luminix. It's coming out as twofer. Gotta put it back.
Yeah.
Twofer again.
There's a one for, or known as a lone wolf or a sigma male.
Okay, your first card. Magic. Purpley pink. Surrender. That's a gray color. Next card, comfort. And last card, frustration.
What does this one say?
Surrender.
Find comfort through surrender and be done with your frustration like magic.
Yeah, that's a really good one. Did you get that, Luminix? Or surrender your frustration in the comfort of magic.
The problem is with surrendering frustration is that nobody wants to accept that surrender.
That's true.
Like, no, we don't want your frustration either. So you can't surrender the like we got this really shitty part of our army that we don't want to deal with. Could we surrender it to you guys? And they're like, no, we don't want your shitty part of the army. It'd just be our problem now. So that's why I think you have to either exile frustration or find comfort in surrender. Fortunately, we don't have exile as one of the choices.
No. And we want to frame magic in like a positive way because Luminix is so magical.
Yeah, well, surrender. You can either find comfort in the magic, or surrender to the frustration. Of course, in there we still have surrendering to frustration. But no, surrendering to frustration makes sense. Frustration surrendering does not make sense. Frustration surrendering to something else doesn't make sense. But surrendering to frustration does make sense.
Okay, show media, you're next. Show media.
I like these oracle card sentences. This is a fun way to play with those cards.
It is, right?
I like the fact they have ideation in that deck.
Yeah, that's so you too. Like, it's so fitting.
It seems like it was an uncommon word I've never heard anybody really using when I started using it, but it's in that deck. I think you hear it a lot
Yeah.
more now.
And oncology,
Ontology?
yeah, a lot of people are using that now too.
Yeah. Oncology is cancer
I
medicine.
thought so. Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you take those? What do you make of that, Luminex? How would you put those in a sentence?
And while you're thinking about that, I'm going to drum roll the cards for show media. Drum roll, please.
Surrendering to magic comforts frustration. Okay, show media. Oh, Luminex, perhaps it means in a non-resistance kind of way. A 9 INFJ would definitely think that. Okay, show media.
Comfortable frustration is as oxymoronic as magical surrender. That's a good sentence.
Frustration magic surrenders, or at least to comfort, surrendering to comfort.
Drum roll, please, for show media third card.
Bam!
Too
You have
bad
one
I'm
more.
not good at drum rolling. I can't drum roll, so.
It's hard to do.
Oh yeah, you gotta actually be a good
of-
drummer, you know.
Yeah.
Like Matt Cates, he's an excellent drummer. He could do all this drum. He was in drum corps, you know. Like
Oh, really?
this is like snare drum
With
things.
the
Yeah, in college he was in that.
that was Matt.
Yeah.
He when he got up for to sing Violet Femmes, he really like went to town. Like I was like, whoa.
Man, he's got some really good stuff too.
Okay. First card for show media. Confidence. Black. Next for show media. Caution. No, yellow. Next one. Ooh, frustration. Also like Lou. And last for show media. Happiness. Red or reddish orange.
Right, what's the yellow one say again?
Caution.
Confidence, caution, frustration, and happiness. Where frustration undermines happiness, caution merely tempers confidence.
Ooh, that's such a good one.
Thanks. Where frustration undermines happiness, caution merely tempers confidence.
I'm gonna say that's it. I can't come up with a better.
When the cards line up naturally as contradictions like that, then that's a good sentence.
Confidence and happiness. Creates caution to frustration.
You can't have caution to something though, right?
Oh.
Caution about something?
Caution about frustration.
Yeah. I would say that you could say, be confident in your frustration and cautious in your happiness.
Ooh. I like the first one. That was good. Okay, can you do me?
Yeah, sure. Of course I can.
We could do a collective too, for all two watching.
All two people. Yeah. Well, you know, the collective doesn't just include the people here. It includes the entire world, Rachel.
That's true.
So it's 7 billion people we'd be pulling cards for, give or take. Rachel Strauss, wife of Eric. Let's see what the Oracle has to say to you today. Your first card is Comfort. Your second card is Creativity. Your third card,
Surrender.
Surrender. And your fourth card, Growth. Um, Creative surrender allows for comfortable growth.
Yes.
Creative surrender allows for comfortable growth.
Creative surrender leads to comfortable growth. That's good.
Which can be interpreted in two possible ways. It could be interpreted as I intended, which is surrendering in creative ways, or it could be interpreted as surrendering on the field of creativity somehow. I mean it the other way. Surrendering in creative ways.
Let's do one for Johnny. I want to see how he's doing.
Okay, let's see how Johnny's doing. Okay. Hey, Sub-Zero9092. We'll do one for you, actually, after Johnny.
Yeah.
Okay? It'll just be a minute. Then we'll do one
Stick
for
around, Sub-Zero. We'll do one for you.
Just for a minute or so. Alright. Johnny, how are things with you? Sadness. Conscientiousness?
Yeah. Consciousness.
Is it consciousness or conscientious? Let me look at it.
Consciousness.
What's this one?
Pain.
Pain. Yeah, it's consciousness. The sweetness. Increasing consciousness, being more conscious of sweetness enhances the sadness and pain. Because it's like, that was sweet when I was on tour. The more conscious I am of that, the more sad and painful this horrible reality is.
Yeah, it is. I absolutely believe that's the case.
He's probably going like, I want even less SI than usual.
I like at the concert, I was just like, if he's an INFJ, his SI is gonna catch up with him.
Sub-Zero9092.
Sub-Zero9092.
Also known as the Beverly Hills of Antarctica. Okay, let's see what you got. Flow, love, disruption, and pain. Pain disrupts the flow of love.
Yes, that's so good. Pain disrupts the flow of love. That's your reading, Sub-Zero9092.
So don't have pain. That's the message of it. Pain bad.
Yeah, Luminix. Like, I don't know. There was just like something that I like related to when I was like like hearing that he was on his second leg of the tour, and I was like, if he's an INFJ, like I know myself, like I can't deal with that much lack of SI, like so I was like I felt kind of concerned, like um
And it's sort of aggravated, but also mitigated by the fact that this is for the collective,
oh cool,
a whole world. By the fact that he's 10 years younger than you.
yeah,
So
so he's not thinking about SI at all, probably.
And also, he had a better chance of getting away with it, but didn't.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Okay. Here's for the collective.
Oh.
Sadness. Consciousness. Space. Rejection.
What the heck?
Consciousness of space.
Leads to rejection of sadness.
No. Okay. Rejection of consciousness denies space for sadness.
Yeah. Rejection of consciousness
denies space, for, sadness.
For sadness.
Which you need space for sadness. Even if you backslot, you know. For Rachel and I to be fully realized, for example, we need to be conscious of, you know, rejecting consciousness denies space for sadness. And you know, if you try to deny your emotions, well, sadness needs space, or else it'll get filled with these drifts of water from the tears.
Yeah, like, from the cloud.
Like a drain that has too much hair in it.
You know what that's like.
Yeah. There you go. Southern Comfort. When drinking Southern Comfort, always mixed with Dr. Pepper. Is the best way to maximize the hangover. Well, are we about ready to end this stream, my darling?
Yeah.
Then I think that's what we will do for the time being. Who knows? Maybe I'll feel inclined to stream again later.
Roseman's War Pigs from Black Sabbath is, I think, better performed by Kate.
I agree that it's a great song, Rosemary. It kind of has some dumb lyrics, though, you know? Like treating people just like pawns in chess. Like, come on. How like, childish can your imagery be?
Do you feel like with FE Tool you get swept into inertia more easily? I actually think that FE Tool kind of makes me want to talk to people more and get reactions out of people more, like
Swept into inertia more easily. I don't experience a lot of that from Rachel. She seems pretty careful about her choice making, but I think she's become more of that the longer we've been together, as have I. Like, we're just getting kind of a better sense of how we need to watch our S stuff, you know?
Yeah. And with the FE Tool, because it's our tool function, we tend to overuse it, so there can be burnout there, I think, sometimes, where the FE Tool can create inertia if you spend a lot of time working with your tool. It's just you're gonna just like a
Oh,
tool.
she's thinking of Johnny and the Tool of extending
Oh
the tool.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure he was very easily swept into that inertia because that's not just validating with his tool function and his force slot function. It's validating with his dominant function and with his third slot function as well. Because like he's being eminently fair and finally experiencing the universe being fair back to him.
Mm-hmm.
Like fairness is threaded through that whole show. He he's not just playing a show; he's giving a TED talk on how shows should be played.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he's got this perfectly crafted set that he knows how it wants to go. He executes it just as he wants it. He gives himself room on the talking area for a little extrovert intuition to just kind of enjoy himself extrovertly intuiting with a responsive audience, just kind of back and forthing, etc. Um, Obviously, that's hitting him, like lighting up all his everything. He's feeling accomplished fourth slot. He's feeling accomplished second slot, which he expects himself to be a fully accomplished second slot. But fourth slot is like, what? The actual impacts? I'm actually making a lot of money, And then, um, which you kind of wish that your fourth slot would just kind of happen. I wish I wish my SI would just happen when I'm not paying attention. Like
Yeah.
I'd be watching TV and then somehow I will have made and eaten food without noticing it.
He's been touring for so long now. Like, there's no way that he could pay attention to that SI the way that.
Right. Well, but the thing is, he has been touring for a long time, and yet he doesn't get used to it from an excitement level because after touring for quite some time, he just launched the big tour for his new album that is put together by the label. So he's going to send him overseas to
Yeah.
play in Europe
Yeah.
and all over
Yeah.
the world and everything.
Yeah.
So whatever burnout he might have had coming into that, he's shifted gears. All of a sudden, you're touring on the major labels,
Sure, yeah, I can do that.
selling out
Yeah.
multiple shows, like sometimes multiple shows in one day.
Mm-hmm. It was cool too because he's interactive with the uh, audience in a very, like you said, crafted way, and he definitely made his likes and dislikes known. Like when he said he lives near the Kardashians and they're so loud, and he had us videotape and put our lights up for a Taylor Swift song. So I get the sense that he likes her.
But he doesn't like
Shawn Mendes. No, and Eric just heard a Shawn Mendes song and made me so happy because he didn't like Shawn Mendes songs either.
No, it just sounds like pointless, disposable garbage.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't keep us. You just brought up a topic very interesting and close to our hearts.
Yeah.
So we were happy to comment on it. Anyway, thanks a lot for being here, everybody. Love you all. See you later.